What's up, nerds? On today's episode, Trash Haul. Hey, what's happening? Well, today I was driving around taking care of some errands and I came across somebody's big trash pile. I guess they were moving out, clearing out their garage, and had a bunch of computers and flat panel monitors and a couple of broken keyboards and a few all-in-one printers out for the trash. And naturally, I stopped my truck and threw all the computers, all the flat panels, and some of the keyboards in my truck. All-in-one printers are pretty much useless now. They are everywhere. They're littering up all the thrift stores, and nobody has a use for those anymore. But I was really interested in this guy here. I've been looking for a older, hopefully 486 computer system. Looking at the back of it, it's got an AT power supply, so we may be in luck with that. It's a no-name branded kind of small company built computer. This one here, Dell Dimension. These were everywhere in the early 2000s, in the aughts, as people should call it. Pentium 4, Windows XP, built like a tank. There are billions all over the place. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere and not see tons of these in any office, school, or whatever. This is a little bit newer compact. It has a Windows 7 sticker on it. I'm going to see how it goes. This is surprisingly light, like super light. It's lighter than this little guy here. Maybe when we open it up, we'll find that it has absolutely nothing in it. It does have the power supply. I did see that in the back, an ATX power supply. This one here is also a Windows 7 machine. Little bitty small e-machines. So, yeah, that's the cheapest and the smallest. I mean, compact's not far behind, but definitely bottom of the barrel there. So, as far as the monitors, it's just an array of Dell, HP, and eMachines monitor. Probably went with this really cool Sony one. Too many monitors that I really need, but I'm going to keep one or two, donate the rest, see what happens. But I really want to get into this guy here, and then we'll move on to the rest. If I can get this guy up and running, that'll be a win for everything. The rest will probably be regulated to the spare parts bin in my workshop. I mean, God knows there are enough of these around. They're not really useful for much anymore. I mean, little projects here and there. If you need a little PC to run, like a little media center or something, even then, you know, yeah, they're not really good for much nowadays. So let's start with this guy and see what we've got. Out of all the computers from this haul, this is the one that piques my interest the most. It looks to be a 486, and it's one of these guys that were built by these little smaller companies, these little local guys that would just get the parts in bulk and put them together. And this one is branded ACN. If you can see that with the reflection. Yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles from 1995. I mean, it's got a lock on it right there and everything. 24-speed CD-ROM, floppy drive. But when you turn to the back, this is where it gets kind of interesting. You see the AT power supply with the... Is it AT or ATX? I think it's AT. Because you have the pass-through outlet right there. You have definitely the AT style keyboard, the bigger DIN connector. We do have a smaller one. Hopefully that's a mouse, because I don't have a serial adapter. At least I don't think I do. So hopefully this is for a mouse card. We do have a VGA card, which is good. We have modem, And we have a sound card of some kind and a lot of rust. And I also noticed on the bottom of this, hang on 1 second because I can't do this with just one hand. And here is the bottom of that computer. The feet all went away long ago, so this probably sat on a damp floor or something. Hopefully the rust doesn't extend inside here. So we're gonna get this outside, hit it with the Air Blaster 8000 and see what we got to work with in here and see the extent of the damage. Well, the good news is that the rust stops here. This case is very clean, actually, surprisingly clean. I had totally expected a big old farm of dust bunnies in here, but no, it's really clean. I see there's an AMD and a socket 7 processor right there, so I'm gonna have to see what that's about. I'm sure the little CMOS battery is deader than hell. We got the modem card, video card, sound cards down here somewhere. Got a disk drive here. I'm going to take the components out in a couple of seconds and lay it up so we can get a better look to see what's happening on the inside here. So I went ahead and sanded the bottom down, took off any extra debris with some isopropyl alcohol, and we're just going to go ahead and give it the old used car lot special here just to make it look pretty. Really, you just want to stop the rust. And today just happens to be nice and dry, so a rare occasion here in South Louisiana. Wow, look at that. Hit the back here. Take care of this rust here. Just a light coat. Yeah, there it is. That's the Facebook Marketplace side right there, nice and shiny. And while we're at it, break out my Ollie's $1.50 special stick-on felt feet. So at least it'll get it off the ground a little bit, and I can run this thing over my new wood floors and it won't scratch it. Huzzah. Oh, look at that. I mean, that's damn near factory. I mean, I could put this on Facebook Marketplace right now. Just, it ran when parked, no low ballers, I know what I got. There you go. And as long as we're going for the first class restoration of this beauty, I'm going to go ahead and swap out that CMOS battery because I know it's got to be dead as a doornail. So, bam, Amazon Basics to the rescue. First card up is VGA card. There is no branding on this anywhere, at least none that I can see. Oh, warranty void, but that's not a brand name. But it looks just like a plain old VGA, maybe some expansion going on here with a Texas Instrument chip right there. Well, who knows? I guess if it fires up, we'll check it in Device Manager and see if we can get a definite name on that one. Next we have the modem card, which is unbranded. Another one. They went with the high quality stuff here. I mean, I don't even know if it's a 56K or lower, or who knows. But once again, Device Manager may give us some insight onto what brand, if any, this may be. Well, at least the sound card has a model number on it, the FX3D Plus. It was actually made by AOpen, but I don't know if this is a Sound Blaster clone or just a generic sound card. It has a wavetable expansion. That's pretty cool, but it is also missing a whole bunch of chips, which is a sign of quality, of course. So, once again, just old ISA sound card. Your typical joystick game port, in and out line. Bottom of the barrel. Awesome. The hard drive is Fujitsu, and according to the model number, it's about a 30 gig hard drive. It's a big old clunky boy, and we're going to see if that does fire up. What I didn't get on video earlier was the RAM that was in there. There was just one stick. It was unidentified, no marking, no branding. I had no idea how big it was, and that's usually a point of failure for any old computer next to the CMOS battery. So I had 2 sticks of 64 meg PC100 that I just threw in there. I'm going to roll a dice with that and see if that allows us to fire it up. Processor, that's an AMD K6. I'm not sure the exact speed of it, but hopefully we might be able to get some information if it fires up. While this bottom's drying, I'm going to... Oops. While this bottom's drying, I'm going to hit all the card slots with some deoxit. Make sure it gets all clean. Gonna just spray it down in there and then hit it with a good old nylon brush to make all the contacts nice and new-ish. Yeah. I have lofty aspirations of this thing being in mint condition. Let's see. I'm just gonna... Stuff's a little pricey, but it's worth it. It's good for connectors and volume knobs and all kinds of other little electronics. This just gets off any excess here. Yeah, how about that? And now we're gonna hit the sucker with the old Air Blaster 8000. Watch out! Let's go. She's pretty much all back together. The only thing I did notice is that it doesn't have a cooling fan coming in, which could explain why there's no dust in here. If there was something to suck in all the air, this thing would have had years of caked on, probably cat fur and nicotine, given the age of most of these computers. I'm going to fire it up, see what happens, if I can get it going. I don't think I have any spare case fans lying around, but I'm sure one of the other ones I picked up today should have one, so we can just cannibalize that one and hook it in there. So next step is to clean up the exterior and fire this mother up. Okay, with a little clean freak and a little elbow grease, we got this thing pretty clean. I mean, it wasn't really that dirty to begin with, but the only thing on it now are just a couple of surface scratches, which I'm not really worried about. So, wow. This is looking good. Looking good. Well, I was able to get an adapter from Amazon for the AT keyboard. This lets me just use a regular PS2 keyboard. This is hopefully for the mouse. It's just a little insert back here and it plugs directly into the motherboard. If this doesn't work, I have hopefully a plan B, a little serial to PS2 adapter. And the monitor we're going to use is the Sony here. It was part of the trash bundle that I found. It's a 17 or 19 inch, just nice old LCD. I did power it on. I didn't run a signal through it, but I did get the menu screen, so at least I know it powers up and the buttons work and the screen's not cracked or shattered or anything. So we're gonna, let's see, give it some power. CD-ROM spinning up. All right, we got BIOS. It's posting. Oh, there you go. CPU found. AMD K6 266 CPU. All right. Yeah, it looks like it took all the memory. It sees the hard drive, sees the CD-ROM. Okay, let's see what we got. Come on. Come on. Oh, Windows 98. Well, that's not surprising, but I was kind of hoping for a 3.1 or 95, but I'll take 98. I mean, just given the age and style of this computer case, I totally expected something older. Oh, maybe okay. Is that just, okay, yeah, it was just cycling for the resolution. All right, well, typical. And I don't have any speakers hooked up, so I can't test the sound. Oh, wow. Okay, no password. That's always a good thing. Let me put this on a tripod so I can get a nice, even picture and can use the mouse. Hang tight. And it looks just like your everyday 1998-99 computer. All the tons of icons on here. Oh, is this a flash? What is this? Oh, one of these little flash greeting cards. Okay. Oh, it's a. Have you been naughty? Well, you know what we're going to answer for this one. Oh, maybe a Santa will take a dump down a chimney. No, that didn't happen. Okay. Oh, cool. He threw the TV to the floor and put either coal or turds in your thing. Oh, you want to win prizes? Yeah, no. Okay. How about that? Oh, shortcut to bellsouth.net. I used to have that back in the day. Okay. Well, there's a phone number. I don't have a landline available to hook up just yet, but something tells me this number is probably not going to be in service. Let's see. Does it do anything? Does it make the noise? Do we hear the modem? No dial tone. Okay, well, you found the modem. That works. AOL, of course. Let's see that one. Oh, another greeting card. I wanted to send you something to make you feel better. Yeah, spam. Awesome. Thank you. God, look at all the files it threw up there. Wow. Free cell. What is mess bots? Oh, wait. I just noted pervy XXX. Oh, Jesus. Ain't nothing worse than 30-year-old porn. Click on me to get your message. Click on me to get your virus. Can we get rid of that? Is there any way to Control-Alt-Delete? Does that work? No. And this is stuck here. Alright. Yeah, just your typical media rack. That's probably for the sound card. Yeah. Do you have anything loaded up? Not that we're going to hear because we don't have speakers hooked up. So, let's see. Encarta. Probably need the disc for it. Yeah, that's not in here. I remember Encarta as well, too. Yep. Gentle. Ooh. Microsoft Word. Okay. Oh, like another inspirational message. Bible quote of the day. Or something like that. So, yeah, Microsoft Money. Let's see. Hopefully they didn't leave any of their financial information on here. I mean, this is why you should really ditch your hard drives when you get rid of your computers. Let's see. Set up your accounts. Okay, they never use this one here. No, I want to exit. Don't back up. Okay, fine. Be that way. Recycle bin? I don't know if they got in a recycle bin. Funny federal proposer joystick. Oh, it's probably drivers. Yep, drivers for different things in here. Funny. I bet it's not funny. So I'm not going to open that up. Doing Fart Mac. Let's see. The Fart Machine V2.0. Oh, well, thank God they updated that one. We don't have speakers, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Oh, man. People were so amused with so simple things back then. I mean, I was too, so I can't really say anything. So that's basically it. I mean, just Windows 98. Let's see what we have as far as hard drive wise. We have, oh, 3 gigabytes. I thought it was 30. Oh, I read it wrong. So either way, it's a 3 gig hard drive. That's, for its day, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's laughable now, but 98, 99, that was pretty decent. So this one, it works. I mean, don't have the speakers hooked up. I guess we can get that working eventually. This is the one I really wanted to see what was in here and what was going on with it. But it's just a generic Windows 98 low-end grandma computer with all kinds of, God knows, not spyware, but whatever these things are that just clog up your hard drive and use up your memory and screw up your desktop. So probably gonna just wipe the hard drive, maybe put Windows SC second edition on it. I mean Windows 98 second edition on it, or maybe 95, or if I get 3.1 to run on this, if it's not too much for it, we'll see what happens. But okay, first computer, looks like it works. Up next is the Dell Dimension 3000. These things were everywhere. It was probably one of the most popular computers ever. So let's see what we've got to work with. Oh, there we go. Well, it's not that bad. A little dusty, but not full of cobwebs and things. I mean, hit it with the Air Blaster 8000. Let's go with the hard drive. It's that modem card. It's got built-in NIC and stuff into it, so that's pretty good. USB. So this is Windows XP, Pentium 4, not a hyper threading according to the sticker. And got 2 sticks of RAM in there. See what that's about. This one, yeah, I'm going to take it outside and blast it real quick, and I'll be right back. Well, she's all cleaned up now. 90% of the dust that was in here was trapped in this ridiculous little airflow vent that Dell loved to put in their computers back in the day. Some in here and some between this face plate and the hard drive cage. Once again, we had the feet fell off, but fortunately didn't rust out as much as the other computer. And the $1.99 Ollie Specials felt pads saves the day again. So I'm going to put this back together. Put that monitor on it, hook up a keyboard, and see if we can fire this guy up. Okay, got power, drive. Oh, it's posting. That's a good sign. Okay, ID configuration. It's going through its boot up. Okay. Computer. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. It's because of all the CMOS batteries probably dead. Didn't replace it because this guy's just going to be spare parts anyway. So we're just going to keep it running. Windows XP. It's trying like crazy to scale itself. There you go. Alrighty. Once again, I don't have speakers hooked up to this, so if it's got sound, it's got sound. If it doesn't, who cares? Alright, we got the USB mouse. It should find that. USB keyboard. Okay. Once again, your standard old XP machine. See what's in my documents. See what they had going on. Nothing. Okay. Well, let's see what we got here. On my computer, how come it won't let me see the properties of it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Um, it's got a Pentium 4 at 2.8 gigahertz. It's got almost 3 gigs. Oh, 5. Okay, 3 gigahertz or 2.79 gigahertz, 512 megs of RAM. All right, Windows XP, SP2, Carousel Learning and Daycare. Oh, that's awesome. And they really didn't do much with this thing. Any hop letter names? Oh, Hooked on Phonics. Hooked on Phonics worked for me. Great Brian Regan bit. Okay, now let's see yellow and red levels. Oh, music video. Well, even though we have speakers. Damn it, I need to hook up some speakers. Oh, yeah, this rules. Backup rats. Nice, nice, nice. A dancing whatever that is. Hippos, children, just... Man. That alphabet song is just kicking. Okay, we're just going to get out of Hooked on Phonics. You really want to exit? Yeah, I guess. Oh, now to get the credits. Internet Explorer. Let's see what happens. Still has the old kind of Google typeset from 2010. That's when it was last cached, however you want to pronounce it. Faster way to browse the web. I guess this was an ad for Chrome at some point. Everybody logged in? Not logged in or anything. Okay. Yeah, there's really not a lot on here. I mean, programs except for the Hooked on Phonics. What's Sonic? Oh, the DVD. Probably the software that came with it and everything. You got a CD burner here and just a DVD ROM. Probably just a player. Modem helper, modem on hold, music match, jukebox. Oh my God. This pain in the ass thing that would never work right. Yeah, no, we're not going to even bother with that. What's the matter? Real Player was too good for this computer? So, yeah, that's it. XP machine, it works. Okay, I mean, I've got the speaker volume icon, so I guess a sound card. It's all integrated anyway into the motherboard, so it's not like we had a driver conflict or anything like that. It's just going to be straight ahead. And this was basically a Hooked on Phonics machine, apparently. That's all that's on here. Let's see. Desktop. What did they throw in the recycle bin? Sample pictures. Any sample pictures? Nope. So, this is it. What can I say? Dell Dimension 3000. They built 1 billion of them. They're like a tank. You can't kill these things. They're the cockroaches of the computer world. And, yeah, XP. Rock and roll. Nice and stable. You hear my dog in the background. That's Daisy. Voicing her support for this one. So, we're going to shut this guy off. And we're going to move on to the lightweight but bigger compact and see what that's about. Here is the Compact Presario. It's got Windows 7 and an AMD Vision. Is that processor or I don't know, but they have a spec sheet on the side. Compact love to put these on their laptops and computers. We had a laptop from work that my idiot boss always refused to take the stickers off because he wanted to always know what was in the machine. Go figure. Anyway, this has AMD dual-core processor, 64-bit, 3 gigs of RAM, 500 gig hard drive, and a super multi-DVD burner. Just right for web and rich media fun. Whoa, boy. Let's see, how do we... Okay, get this thing open. Now on the back, yeah, already no external cards. It's all integrated. VGA, DVI, a couple of USBs, NIC, sound, another basic computer, nothing extravagant. Okay. All right, little dust. Once again, not much in here. I mean, all of this empty space in here, and that tiny little motherboard. Nice power supply. It's got, looks like expansion bay. Does it have a? It must just be for these USBs and the audio. I saw a lot of cables going up front, but this one, an expansion bay. I guess you can add another drive if so inclined. Yeah, this one doesn't. I don't think I'm going to even need to blow this one out. We're just going to seal it up, plug everything in, and fire it on up. And where's the power button? Oh, that's weird. It's on the side here. Fingers crossed for this one. Oh, there it is. Default BIOS settings have been loaded. Okay, I guess that is really dim. That's all the way up. Well, sorry folks. You just got to put up with that for right now. I'm not set up for a professional video just yet. Third video in. Still baby steps. Starting Windows. Looks like Windows 7. Let's see. Yep, Windows 7 Home Premium. Nothing but the best. Oh, okay. Nice wallpaper. Oh, the widgets. The clock widgets. Okay, it's the mouse. I guess it's got to find it and set up drivers for the USB mic. There it is. Keyboard. Come on, one more. Oh, there we go. That's why. Ugh. All right. At least it's not like McAfee or Norton's. But Kaspersky's it's not that much better as far as resource hog and using up all the memory. Yeah, it still hasn't gotten the US mouse yet. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Maybe. How about I just fast forward the video and post until we do come up? Sound good to you guys? That's weird. Went straight into a screensaver. Oh, it's locked. Now, how did that happen? And I still have no mouse control. You must, well, restart your chain. Why isn't this finding the mouse? This is the mouse we just used on the Dell. Maybe a different USB port. There it is. Yeah, that USB port may be wonky. I'll restart later. I don't care. Emergency plan. Let's see what that's about. Sure, this is all site-specific plan modifications. Okay. Oh, daycare facility. Okay, this one came out of another daycare. All right. Well, that would explain why there's really no frills. I'm going to get rid of this guy here. Internet? Sure. Let's see what's going on with this. Nope, nothing in little memory there. Internet Explorer, maybe? They did put Chrome on it at one point. See if there's any websites saved in there. Stay offline. Let's see. Anything AT&T Net, Cox. Oh yeah, it had Cox, the internet provider. Craigslist, Amazon. I'll have to stay offline. Let's see if we can generate the page. No. Oh well. What about Chrome? Let's see what Chrome did. And no. Well, let's see. Craigslist, AT&T.net. Domain names. They're going to start their own little web page. All right. Well, let's see. Where is my computer? There it is. They moved it around. See what we got going on. Windows 7 Home Premium. We have an AMD E350 processor, 1.6 gigahertz. The Windows experience is 3.8. That's like a D plus, C minus, I guess. 3 gigs of RAM, 64-bit. All right. Windows is activated. Let's see what's in hard drive on documents, fax, my weblog posts. There's nothing in those, unfortunately. I guess it's all. What are these? Meal count. September. What kind of file this is? Docs files. Let's see. Open with. Let's open it with WordPad because I doubt. There you go. School schedule. All right. Oh, the carousel is open all year. Well, hot damn. That's good to know. Yeah, it just looks like daycare related stuff. Nice and simple. No hooked on phonics on this one. But what's this? Oh, the HP download store. More crap to put on here. That's not already in bloatware. Snipping tool. Yeah, that's it. They didn't really install much on here. Just used it for, I guess, little keeping, little notes, day planner, things like that. Lesson plan. Who knows? All right, not bad. I gotta take Kaspersky off of it, but whatever. It's still decent. Shutting it down. Boom. Last and certainly least is this little eMachines mini desktop. It's rocking the Celeron, so we're talking really massive power here. Windows 7. Oh, here's the spec sheet. Windows 7 Home Premium, Intel Celeron. They put that on there like they're bragging about it. Intel graphics, 320 gig hard drive, 2 gigs of memory. On the back, I got these little mini cards here. Nothing's populated. Everything's on board. It says HDMI, and there's no jack in here at all. So I guess that was for the higher end machines. Maybe you paid $7 more. I don't know. You get a HDMI output. You probably just pop the tab looking for it. Let's see. What is in here? Let's see how clean or dirty this is. If it's like the other ones, they probably came from the same daycare center. And it was not very dirty, which is a good sign for a daycare center. Yep, little dust, but compact design. Tiny, tiny little power supply. SATA hard drive, some memory tucked underneath there, and I'm assuming the hard drive is even further behind that. So let's roll a dice on this guy and fire it up. Wow, I can get the whole thing in the shot in this little guy. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's a pretty green glow. I don't hear anything at all, though. No fan. No disc. The keyboard is not lit up. see if I can. Yeah, the processor is spinning, or the fan for the processor is spinning at a very low speed. And that's a power supply issue. Okay, well, not surprisingly, the E-Machines doesn't want to fire up. Could be a multitude of things. I'm thinking power supply. I don't know if I have a spare little tiny thing like that. Hopefully, if it's ATX, I'll kind of rig one off to the side and run off of that and eliminate that as an issue. Like I said, these are all spares anyway, so I'm not really that concerned with getting this up and really running. They're spare parts anyway. So let me see what we got in the spare parts bin and see if we can get this guy back to life. Okay, well, this is going to look ghetto as hell, but given the size constraints and what I had to work with, this is a Dell power supply, and say what you will about Dell, but some of their old stuff, it just runs forever. I know this power supply is good, so we're going to power it on. Oh, well, that wasn't any... Okay, well, okay, that's... Got power. Well, the same thing as lights illuminate. But from what I can hear... Yeah, same thing. Everything's running at barely any speed. There's no post beeps, and the keyboard, the caps lock or number lock doesn't come on. So we might just have a motherboard issue. Let me put the old power supply back in and dig around a little bit more. This might be a victim of capacitor plague, although this is a newer model computer. Capacitor plagues I would expect it out of that Dell we just ran through. This was from the 2009, 2010 maybe. A little bit after capacitor plague had struck. Let me get it back together and pry around on the motherboard and see. We eliminated the power supply because I know that's a good power supply. Ugly and big, but in this computer, yeah, it's going to look like hell. So let's get it back in and poke around some more. Okay, I've reset the RAM. All the capacitors look good. The CMOS battery was dead. Replaced it because sometimes, not often, but I've seen it where if the CMOS battery is no good, it won't post. Let's see what happens now. Well, is it plugged? Oh, it'd help if I would plug it in. The dolly. Let's see what happens when I turn it on now. That's new. I don't think this DVD... Well, I had the cover on, so I couldn't really tell. It ejects. Still no postcodes or anything like that. Now the monitor it's on. Yeah, no input power. So it could just be a dead motherboard. It happens. Could be really bad RAM too. I wonder if I have any spare RAM. Let me check on that. I'll replace the RAM if I have some spares, and if that doesn't do it, then we know this guy is just, we've tried everything that's normally causes a computer not to boot. RAM, battery, power supply. After that, it's usually the motherboard. Maybe a hard drive issue sometimes will throw it off, but should generally at least post. It'll just give you a hard drive error, or it won't see it at all. So RAM is next. Try that one. Okay, got 8 gigs of RAM in there. Found some replacement of known working RAM. We're going to see. I got to make sure it's plugged in this time. Sure is. Let's see if that did the trick. Oh, there's a beep. There it is. Bad RAM. Bad RAM. Okay, delete. Okay, well, it's a brand new battery in there, so that's what happened with that one. We're just, I'm going to continue. Starting Windows. All right. Let me get my mouse here. Hopefully it won't take as long to load as that compact did. So while it's loading, yeah, the 3 main culprits is either RAM, power supply, or a CMOS battery. That's why I saved tons of parts, and it's always good to have. So this has been a really successful haul. I mean, for a curbside find, 4 out of 4 computers, for the most part, work. I mean, this needed RAM. That's it. Okay, let's see. Chris, Jen, John, and Nick. All right, let's see which one is unlocked. Oh, Chris, thank you for not caring about security. I say that. I mean, it's spinning up. It could come up with a password. Even with 8 gigs in this thing. It is a Celeron processor, though, so it's going to bog down. Ooh, happy Mardi Gras. All right. What's he got in the trash can, just to be nosy here? Maybe? eBay, Netflix, Nook. Let's see. I love doing forensics on computers. It's hang on, let me get close, because I don't know if you can zoom in, but in case, what happened? In case there's, questionable material in there. Well, that's odd. Where'd it go? Bring it back. Yeah, it's just Windows 7 being flaky on any machines. Usually Windows 7 really isn't that bad, but they might have all the arrow features and widgets enabled on this thing, which would just drain, even more gigs of RAM that I put in there than it had originally. Oh wow, this just takes forever. But like I was saying, 4 out of 4 for a curbside find is incredible. I mean, most of the time I find one, most of the time they never work. They're gonna need RAM or hard drives or something, but to just fire up at least 3 of them right off the bat. Oh, an FBI warning, my computer has been locked. Wow, big shock. I'm sure the local cops are on the way. And it's sad when you can pay them off with CVS gift cards and Apple Pay. That's always good. So yeah, we've got virus. That's awesome. So we know there's going to be a lot of good pirated material on here, because you only get the best viruses like this when you download really good stuff. Since the computer was locked up with that FBI ransomware, I decided to do some research and try and download a good malware detection and removal program. One of them is called Hitman Pro, which had a lot of good reviews, so I downloaded it. The link will be in the description below. And when I went to install it, I found out that I needed administrator privileges, because the account that I was using was just a regular user. One of the other accounts had a password protection on it. So to get around that one, I had to download and run the Hiren's boot CD, and there will be a link at the bottom of this too. It's a good way to get rid of passwords and things like that when you have to, recover your computer or, totally not break into another one. But you can do it, apparently. The link's below. Well, it's the next day, and I had to download and run that Hitman Pro software. I threw it on here, and it ran about 5 or 6 times before it got most of that malware and all that other garbage off of here. And just kind of want to show you what's still on this computer. All these dumb little programs are still popping up. Give it time. There we go. It is LG. There was like 1 or 2 more that always pop up. It's just people click on everything on websites, all that banner ads, and you kind of wonder who does that. Well, these people apparently did. And also, you also get something like this when you click on so much useless crap. Look at that. 4 levels of toolbars. I mean, Jesus. And I'm sure before the FBI ransomware happened, if I would have checked Internet Explorer before I got rid of all of that malware, toolbars probably would have gone all the way down. It's about here maybe. Who knows? It's just the amount of crap that people put on their computers, and then complain, oh, my computer's crap, it's a piece of junk. No, that's a classic case of operator error there. So I think the only thing that'll save this is just a clean install of Windows 7. Then it'll be a decent little computer, even for machines. I mean, just web surfing, and I guess maybe you want to have like a little media player or something like that. It's still a little decent, but this guy will probably be scrapped and the parts going into my spare parts bin. So, that wraps it up for these guys in this video. Just wanted to kind of share my little roadside haul with you guys. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's usually pretty decent. 9 times out of 10, the stuff I find can't be fixed, and I'll just scrap the parts and hang on to them. But every once in a while, you'll hit a little success story like this, 4 out of 4 working, with a little help and some spare parts, that is. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video, and you guys take it easy.